Good day, and here we are with yet another Let's Play Skyrim Predator Edition. And in the previous episode, we saw that, well, the save got corrupted. That's bad. But I was able to get some combat armor. That's good. But I'm back to level 10. That's bad. And also the combat armor is cursed. But it comes with a free Frogurt. That's good. The Frogurt is also cursed. That's bad. Can I go home now? But anyway, now we've got our dark combat armor, which means we are badass. Basically, the dark combat armor is by far the best because, let's face it, Darkblade Clan forever. Darkblade Clan number one! And we're going to have the Duranium Wolf Biomask, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to decide. It's a cool looking mask, and it does have the stamina regenerator, which is good. That's good. Now let's do it. That's bad. Hey, and we leveled up. The leveling is also cursed. I want to leave now, and I'm probably going to have the mouse cursor, because for some reason, the game is still being annoying. That does 39 defense, whereas that only does 24. And that cloak isn't all that useful anyway. What's really annoying is, what was that Mark 6 biomask? Did you guys see that? Because I thought it did. Oh, it's the damaged one. So yeah, even though it's Mark 6, it's missing sort of half of the mask, which is sort of a problem. Alright, now I look even more badass. Dashende is certainly moving up in the world. That's for sure. But unfortunately, we also have to go re-kill those Berserker Predators, which is annoying, but hey, we got awesome armor. That's good. Ah, The Simpsons. You know, I'm glad I got to grow up with the... Oh yeah, I should probably fix that. We'll go fix that in just a second. But I'm glad I got to grow up with the good Simpsons and not the bad Simpsons that exist. Oh, damn it. My chest... I cannot have the chest have the wrong stuff in it. Because I have Germanic ancestry and we are all really crazy when it comes to order. But anyway, that's such a broad-based statement, but at the same time, I can kind of say that for one reason. And that reason is, well, since I have some Germanic ancestry, and so does my grandfather, you know, it's almost kind of funny when you think about it. Like, if the Germans are supposed to be all obsessed with order, which is sort of like the main stereotype, what's funny is both myself and my grandfather are obsessed with order. Because like whenever like with Minecraft or Terraria, I had to have every chest have the right stuff in it. It could not have incorrect stuff, and it was all sorted out perfectly. Or like doing weights, there are weight sheets where everything, you know, has its own category. It has the date, temperature, all kinds of stuff. It's very, very complex, that's for sure. So I wonder if that stereotype might not necessarily be inaccurate. Now, where is that spear? There's the razor spear. What do I need? Troll fat? Troll fat? Really? Troll fat. That's gonna make the thing... I guess to grease it, maybe? To lubricate it, maybe? Well, that's our objective. For this episode, we're going to try to get troll fat. Because that's totally not suggestive at all. We got to lube it up so it can be nice and slick. Oh my god, that sounds like something the M-Man would say. In a non-gay way, of course. Okay, so we got two-handed. One-handed. Can we do one-handed? Of course not. And yeah. Let's see. Can I do anything lock-picking? Nope, because we are back. All the way back, but we will get that at least. We get two of the haglings, and I'm actually going to do legit saves each time so we don't lose all that progress, which is so annoying it's not even funny. Because you know what, that was a really good quest we did, that mod quest, but I don't want to do it again. So yeah, all those levels we got from that, all the loot, all that's gone because of that one goddamn messed up save. Now here's the best question for us. Where the fuck are the trolls? I mean, they're all over the internet, but that doesn't really narrow it down any. Troll. Let's go here, actually. I know there's no trolls in Riverwood. Well, there probably are. I mean, let's face it, there's trolls everywhere. First, leet, whatever. I should probably know more of what trolls say. Oh yeah, all caps, unsubscribe. Because General Ots doesn't like Prometheus. Or Alien 3 was a great movie. How can you hate it, General Ots? It had so many developmental problems. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, even though it did have developmental problems, there's probably no trolls in there. And if it did have developmental problems, you know what? That's still no excuse. Oh, damn it. So what to even discuss this time? Because unfortunately the M-Man cannot join us, mainly because it's probably 5 a.m. where he is, and it's like 8 o'clock here, so there's that. So, what to be discussed? Well, to answer somebody's question, I forget who. Oh shit! Run away, run away, run away! Oh, I think he spotted me. Quick! Wait. Shit! The cops! Run! Okay, I think we got away from Dashin Day the Predator, fearless, except when it comes to, well, even a predator might be afraid of a Nazgul. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. Dun 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 dun. Oh, my stealth isn't very good, I guess. See, why can't I just fight bandits? Oh, he has no head. See, yeah, I can handle bandits. They're easy to kill. Because they're just bandits. But why the goddamn Nazgul? Why do they gotta keep hassling me, man? But yeah, asking whenever I'm going to do, Wolfenstein New World Order, and I don't know when Wolf New World Order will be made. It comes down to, let me put it this way. Ooh, tattered journal of somebody who got kidnapped and killed. You will be remembered, sir. You will be remembered. It will be done when it's done. Because I'm like 3D Realms. Well, except without the lack of talent. Although 3D Realms was talented at one point, but seriously, why did they have to take so bloody long with Duke Nukem? The world may never know. Oh yeah, that also is a review that'll be done. Essentially, the level of my review... And the game crashed again. But where was I? Oh yeah, the level of my review's quality is directly proportional to how happy I am. And to be perfectly honest, I've not been altogether that pleasant recent... Well, I say pleasant, it sounds like I haven't been altogether that happy recently, so yeah, I don't want to just force a review that's crap. I have already done a bit of planning for Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I decided I might actually have to do it a bit differently than how I was going to do it initially. Thinking about actually doing some sort of thing where I have a full review, like 25 minutes, where I discuss every aspect of the game from beginning to end, and then have another review that's spoiler-free. It uses the same bits from the main review, just with all the spoilers cut out. I think that might be a decent enough idea. Also, this game, I don't know what is... when I keep saying it's crashing, it isn't crashing in a... It's not like the program itself is crashing. What is happening is somehow... The mouse clicks in the game are being registered on the desktop, which makes no sense to me because it never used to do that. So, sometimes I'll be, attacking, and the mouse will be clicking something, on the desktop, like YouTube or something, and it'll minimize the game, which will make the game crash once it's minimized, and he's shot and killed. He has nothing I need on him, because I can still sell my shit ton of gold necklaces. Hopefully that Nazgul is gone, because we're still looking for that troll. We need to kill and skin an internet troll for his fat, so our spear can be greased. Wow, that sounded so suggestive, it's not even fucking funny. But yeah. You know what's sad, though? You know, actually, no, I'm not going to get into that. I was going to say, like, you know why it's funny I should mention an internet troll being fat. But who knows, probably most of the internet trolls aren't fat. Just a few of them are. Okay, so I would imagine the frost trolls will be... let's go to Helgen. Somewhere near that mountain. I remember seeing some there. It's funny, you kill trolls all day long, and it's like, oh, it's just a troll, whatever. And when you need one, there's never a troll when you need one. Nobody's saying first or anything like that. It's just annoying like that, I guess. Alright, so we're going to climb up the mountain here. And we're going to hopefully... Oh yeah, now I'm going to TCL because I don't feel like climbing. Why? Because the Predator is lazy, and besides I've already climbed up a mountain in real life, and it is fairly difficult. Not as difficult as climbing down, though. I'll tell you this, it was less frightening climbing up the mountain than it was climbing down. Like, a lot less frightening, actually. Because when you're climbing down, you realize just how fucking tall those things are. I would go attack them, but I won't, because they're cold. And as a predator, well, it is chilly. Oh, let us see. You know, it's funny, there is a moon forge in here, which I think is something related to Lord of the Rings. But it's in addition to the other moon forge, it was already in the game. It's where you can, like, See, the thing is, when I first installed the Lord of the Rings mod, I hadn't watched the Lord of the Rings movies in a long time, so I didn't really get the references to, like, the swords. But, like, you can reforge the shards of... I don't remember what the sword is called. I just rewatched the movies about a week ago. The shards of... it was the sword that Isildur used. You know, it's funny, I did not even remember that scene. You know, I did not remember anything about a guy named Isildur, or how the fuck you pronounce his name. Like, who is this guy? And why is he with Elrond? I just did not know. You know, these poor bandits, they just stand no chance. You think that little bow and arrow is gonna hurt? Now that might hurt. Oh, that had to hurt. There's not gonna be any trolls in here, but let's go in here anyway. Because let's face it. Oh, wait, there's nothing even in here. Wow. Let's go in here. Oh, wait, there is no in here, is there? Nothing on the pedestal. No, it looks like that would take forever, and all I want is some troll fat. Where are the trolls? I know I could cheat in some trolls if I wanted to. Just literally just spawn a frost troll just right in front of me and just murder him for his fat, but it doesn't exceed. There's no sport in it. And as the predator, I have to give my prey a sporting chance. Ah, I know where we can go. I know where there's some trolls at. I know where them trolls be at, as it were. We need to go to the Moon Forge. Because I know that as you climb this mountain, you do end up having to fight some trolls. At least I remember that the first time I played through the game. Back when there weren't any mods yet. Back in 2011. Ah, those were the days. Glory days! But anyway. Oh, let us see here. If we can't kill an internet troll for his fat. But, yeah, you know, I do intend to... Once I finally get some stuff sorted out, personal-wise, I do want to get back to my reviewing. I've had some ideas brewing up for a while and just haven't really had the desire to do them. Hell, I still want to get those gun reviews done at some point, except I decided to make them more like a documentary in some respects. Essentially, like, I do it like, there's an old show, and I think I mentioned this in another Let's Play, maybe in part of this series, but like, Tales of the Gun, do something like that, have it be all official. Could this be a frost troll? Yes, it is! Woo! Come on, jump down, idiot. He is literally defying gravity. Come on, come here, kill me. Do it. These guys take more damage than I thought they would. Alright, fuck it. You just got shot. Get rocked. Alright, let us see if he has any fat. Yep, he do. Alright, let's head back to the Dova Tower. To the Bat Cave. To the Pred Cave. Wait, no, why are we playing baseball now? Baseball, what a boring sport. The only thing I remember about baseball, and I think it might have even been softball, was the fact that the local baseball, softball, whatever the hell it was, field had an interior portion where there was a Simpsons arcade game. The Simpsons arcade game. That is a classic game if ever there was one. I actually did a Let's Play on that. But the footage, I think, got corrupted or something, and so I never actually got to redo it again. Which was annoying. Holy crap, I just want to build my spear! Yacha, raise a spear! Set it in the open position. Woo. Alright, is that making a two-handed weapon now, I wonder? Because it's initially just the one-handed one. Yacha, raise a spear, doesn't say. And no, it's just the one-handed weapon. Oh well. Does look pretty cool though. Something I don't like about this game is that you just used it one-handed. You'd think it'd be more of a two-handed weapon. But oh well. It's awesome, and we shall be using it. Well, it just kind of sticks out there, doesn't it? My spear does indeed sometimes just stick out there. Some consider it a bit risque now and again, don't they? Okay, what are we doing? We gotta do something spectacular, something amazing. But half the fun of Skyrim is literally just wandering around till you find something. Let's go to Craig's Lane Cavern. I don't even know why this is on my map. We're going there and we're going to kill everything within to test out our new awesome weapon of great justiceness. But Dashin Day actually has gotten refit pretty fast, even though he did lose like 5 goddamn levels. Okay, why is this not showing up? Oh, there it is, okay. Even though he did lose 5 levels, he has better weapons and armor, so I don't think he's going to complain too much. Wolves. Don't even try, wolves. Don't even try. But there's something funny I was reading on TV tropes the other day about how the Predator has to fight everything, which makes sense. But, like, that's the problem when you have him fighting against, I would kill that fox, but I'm not. You know, since you have to have the Predator fight, like, these major heroes, you know these major heroes aren't going to be killed by him, because if they were, they wouldn't be very much worth their salt, would they? I mean, let's face it, if Superman was killed by the Predator, that'd make Superman kind of a joke. Maybe the Predator would have a chance against Golden Age Superman. And even then, my money's going on Golden Age Superman. Just because, like, it's Superman, or it's Batman. They face stuff like the Predator, like, all the time. Now, like, if there's a Batman equivalent Predator, not like in that fucking JLA versus Predator, but I'm talking, like, literally you got, like, this super legendary Predator. Maybe. But like just your generic blooded warrior that's like 250, 300 years old. He ain't taking out Batman. Assassini! Well, see, he's not really Ezio Auditore de Ferenzia, is he? But I will be taking your assassin uniform though. Oh, I can't. Well, isn't that annoying? Well, I'll take your note anyway on that. That'd be an interesting thing. Ezio versus the Predator. If it's just your generic blooded Predator, ain't gonna happen. Maybe if it's like a Predator that's like 1,000 years old. Maybe. Even then, the more legendary characters are legendary for a reason. And I'm not talking like their writer's pets or anything. Like, if you got a character that can do, you know, really super amazing things, just having him get killed off by a Predator... you know, it's like, how did he become legendary in the first place, you know? Now, of course, you could always just chalk it up to, like, bad luck or something, but I don't know. I just feel like putting certain legendary characters, like the hero See, that's the thing, that's how I look at it. Like, your legendary characters, they're like your hero units, you know? In, like, an RTS. They're better than the rank and file for a reason, because they're, well, legendary. They had to do something legendary to win, you know? And here's Craig's Lane, and I'm not even sure why this is on my map, but whatever. Bouncer. Well, I mean, why am I attacking? You're just a bouncer. Well, whatever. You dead. Your spine has been stabbed, and you are no longer living. Dune blades. Dune. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just found it so boring. And the fact that Leto Astrides always has to go on about Dune Arrakis Desert Planet. He does not. You're not even a guy, man. You're not gonna stand a chance. You don't even get a class or anything. I can't even loot you. This could be a mod, for all I know. No, I don't think this is a mod because this looks familiar, actually. Gambler, really? You think you got my number, do you? Look at that. You got some daggers, maybe a mace. And you can attack me, the big 8-foot-tall fuck-off predator. Well, oh, he had a pickaxe, and she thought she was going to be a badass by just punching me, because that's how you do it. I mean, that's how you defeat a predator. You just punch him, because his skin, can almost shrug off. Oh wow, that guy's actually pretty tough. Well, you just got shot. Can I take your armor? What did you have anyway? Steel armor, steel shin boots, and a warhammer. Eh. But like, yeah, Predator's skin can almost shrug off bullets. I remember like in Predator Cold War, Schaefer and the Russian woman in there, because as a Russian woman, just read the book. That's all I can say. Actually, we're using AK-74s, of which I still think the Russian Federation is still using, even to this day. Which I guess makes sense, because I don't guess it's that bad. Hey, I could be a predator drug dealer. I'm on the hunt for good deals. But anyway, since you probably all starve, I suppose I should just put you out of your misery. Because I'm a nice guy like that. But anyway, because that's actually kind of it'd actually be more inhumane of just leaving them in their cages to die. But yeah, what was I saying? They had to use like Teflon-coated bullets, and I'm not even sure if that's a thing. But like, predators can shrug off some small arms fire, which makes sense because they're 8 foot tall. They, have a lot of muscles and things of that nature. So it would make more sense that they could take a few light rounds before going down. In fact, there's actually, I think it was Concrete Jungle, where like it's funny what Concrete Jungle was like, the book and the comic, because it's so not what you would think of Predator. Actually, it basically turned Predator into sort of a buddy cop kind of thing, because you got Detective Schaefer, Arnie's brother. Well, actually, it's actually kind of weird in some respects, because Schaefer actually mentions that somebody had like a Schwarzenegger physique. Like, wait a minute, so does Arnold Schwarzenegger exist in this world? Was Dutch Schaefer just like a Schwarzenegger look-alike? And this guy also kind of looks like Schwarzenegger too. Although he also kind of looks like Duke from Street Fighter. Not Street Fighter. Yeah, Duke from Street Fighter. That the fantastic Duke character. I used to play that character all the time. I mean, I also think he was supposed to have trained with Ken. But anyway, Duke from G.I. Joe. He actually kind of looked like that in some respects. But no, Predator Concrete Jungle is almost like a buddy cop kind of thing, because you had, Schaefer, he's got all the muscles, he's this big badass, and then he has his partner named Riche, I think, who's sort of a fat, slobby kind of guy. So, sort of a Danny DeVito kind of thing. That's what comes to my mind. So yeah, wasn't there like a Schwarzenegger movie where that happened? No, I know exactly what I'm thinking about now. There's actually a little-known Schwarzenegger movie called Red Heat, where Schwarzenegger is supposed to be Soviet, where he's supposed to be a Soviet cop, and yeah, just let that sink in, and he has to partner up with some American guy, played by a famous actor whose name I don't remember. So it's kind of like that. Imagine that for a moment. And so it's kind of interesting. But Riche was a cool enough character. I mean, he wasn't amazing or anything. He was sort of a one-note character. But he did kill a predator with a rocket launcher, which was kind of cool. I mean, he completely one-shotted the predator with a rocket launcher, but that makes sense because, well, it's a rocket. Hey, bandit. Hey, you know what? Oh, that was a jumping attack. Not like that leather would have really helped. I mean, it's goddamn leather. You know, I think leather might probably be the weakest armor. I don't really know this, to be truthful. I'm not entirely sure. You know, I do not feel bad about admitting watching those Ultima reviews over and over again. Actually sort of inspired me to get, well actually it was Mizio who got it for me. Ultima 3 Exodus on the NES. Tried playing it once, found it to be kind of obtuse. So I rather preferred, that armor looks really cool, but is ultimately useless. Ultimately, because I'm the goddamn Predator. Realistically, if I had my realistic strength, I'd be able to kill you in one hit. Kind of like that. because, you know, if we look at Predator 2 as like, oh yeah, somebody asked me if I liked Predator 2. I do and I don't. Basically, I kind of like the movie enough to not hate it, but I still don't think it's a very good movie either. Oh, I think, isn't this the one where like, yeah, this guy, Chester, or Krister, whatever. What's going on, Betty Blee? Okay, we'll get this one out of the way. Yeah, I know, ransom and captives. You see, like, I don't know if, see, like, you'd almost want to kill this person, because, like, they keep capturing people. So I'm not sure how the Yachtja would do this. Well, realistically, you'd want to kill her because she's an evil bandit who would just get more bandits ready to go again. So, guess what? We're going to totally terminate this person. Prepared to be terminated. But yeah, Predator 2, not enough Predator moments, for one, and the plot was more or less just... Yeah. Okay, I don't know why the game kept freezing up there as I was trying to hit. I guess the mouse was... Okay, and we're back. The game, of course, had to minimize itself again as I click something off screen. That is getting really annoying. You know you can shoot fireballs? Fuck you. But yeah, there were not enough Predator moments, like, at all. And, the characters... Basically, it felt like a Lethal Weapon film, in many respects, versus a Predator movie. It's because, well, there wasn't enough Predator stuff. And besides, it was a complete rehash of the first movie. See, that's the thing about, that's what I like about Aliens. You had Alien. It basically created this creature that was nigh unstoppable. Mainly because, you know, these were space truck drivers, okay? But then, you got... I know I missed that chest, I don't care. There's probably nothing in it anyway. But then, you know, Aliens, you got the Marines, and it still showed the Xenomorph as almost being nigh unstoppable. Because you gotta remember, they killed, the Xenomorphs that is, killed a bunch of Marines before they really started getting to the killing of them. The Xenos, that is. And the only way to really take them down is to sort of use, you know, human ingenuity. I mean, it didn't just... The badass quotient for the Xenomorph did not diminish, like, at all, really. Just because, you know, you had the Marines starting to kill them. I mean, they were still pretty bloody tough. And I think that's how it works, you know? The Predator should have started off as nigh unstoppable, and then once you get a little more information about it, you might be able to start fighting him a bit. But even then, you know, the Predator should have taken a bit more of like center stage in some respects. In fact, it's one of my problems with Predators, actually. Even though Predator is one of my favorite movies of all time, it's like, it's on the list, let me put it that way. But I still would like to see the Predators talking, because they're sapient beings. Why won't they talk, you know? Why can't we have, like, stuff from their perspective? But, Snowback? Really? That's actually that's a creepy-looking helmet. Stand aside, woman! I am totally misogynistic, even though, as a Predator, I wouldn't be. Yeah, Chester's here. Yeah, he's got some Cheetos for you, but... This is pointless. Let's finish this. Dun 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 dun. Oh wait. Oh! And that is for getting all these bandits into shape and, well, killing a bunch of innocent people. Yeah. So how did Chester there marry somebody that insane? You know, he just wanted to go into the Cheeto manufacturing business. Ah well. Such is life, and so it goes. But, you know, I kind of liked Danny Glover's character. Kind of. I kind of liked all the characters, but they still were just, you know, one-note characters. Horribly generic in every way, shape, or form, and completely unmemorable. You didn't hate the characters, but they barely were characters to begin with. Really, my favorite scene of the whole film was, you know, all the Predators showing up at the very end of the film, you know? And it's like, why couldn't we have had more of this, you know? And the Sentient Hunter Predator wasn't bad. He was a cool enough design. And it did show that they were sapient in that he didn't, like, kill that pregnant woman or anything. But you know what? I would have liked to have seen better fights. Because when you go see a movie like that, the first movie's the horror movie. The next movie needs to have something else to it, you know? It needs to have a little more action to it. That's what Predators did, you know? It didn't bank on the Predators being, you know, fully scary, you know? Because we already know they're a known element. And so now we want to actually see some fighting going on. And the fights in Predators were great, but there weren't any good fights in Predator 2. In fact, you know, when you think there's going to be a fight, it's just a cutaway. I'd like to have seen, you know, the character of... Why isn't Fajola with you? I had to kill her. She attacked me. I'd like to actually say, like, she was dead already, but oh well. Really? You know what? What? Wow, that's hilarious. Okay, so he just kind of forgot. I don't really get... I don't really understand now. How it's like... He was like, I'll kill you for this! He punched me a couple times, realized that... report... Wow, I broke the quest. Way to go, Bethesda! Way to go! I know I should have probably installed like the unofficial Skyrim patch. I'm not sure why I didn't. Oh yeah, because I was lazy. But anyway, where was I? Predator 2. Yeah, like, you think there's gonna be some good fights, but there aren't any. Because like there's two instances that I can think of that would have made for great fights, but the movie just cut away. And that was where the character King Willie pulled out his sword cane and was gonna fight the Predator. And cut away to King Willie's severed head. It's like, you know, I'd like to have seen that, you know? Because, you know, we already got the horror bit out of the way. Can we see, like, you know, King Willie trying to, like, fight the Predator and, like, losing badly? Because that still would have been entertaining. Or the time where Bill Paxton's character had a sword... See, there are two instances for a sword fight that didn't have to go on very long, but at least would have been nice to see. Excuse me. But Bill Paxton's character has a sword... And he's going to fight the Predator, and then it's cutaway. It's the same exact cutaway, too, believe it or not. It's a cutaway to, it's time to sword fight, and then, and it's severed head. It's like, it wasn't scary the first time. Okay? That's what Predators did so well, I think, was showing that Predator sword fight. Hey, it's Wolf. The Wolf Predator? No, it's just a regular wolf. But that sword fight between the Falconer and the Yakuza guy. I know he has a name, but I can't remember what his name is now. It's Yakuza guy. Lord Baron Von Awesome Sauce. But anyway, that sword fight was great. It didn't have to go on very long, but it was epic. Predator 2 would have just had shing, shing, and dead. And it would have been very entertaining. That's the biggest problem with Predator 2 right there, actually. It was not an entertaining movie. It was just, really, to be perfectly honest, boring. The fights weren't good. There weren't enough Predator moments. And, quite frankly, the only good moments were the Predator showing up at the end. That was it. I mean, I just don't understand why the movie couldn't have been, you know, entertaining. I thought there might be like a dragon priest pop out, but no. A giant enemy crab appears. No, none of that. And we got a rune here that we don't need. Dwarven armor that we don't need. How much weight am I carrying? For some reason my clicking does not work very well because the game doesn't like me. Ysmir is angered with me. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, Predator 2 was boring, whereas Predators was actually, you know, an entertaining film. Whoa, I think that's either somebody shooting magic at me or the textures are breaking. I'm not sure which. No, that is not textures breaking. That is somebody attacking. Thelmore. You Thelmore. You know, I tracked you down into, Ooh, that hurt a lot. Let's see. Okay, so it did it again. Thankfully, we didn't lose that much progress here. We're going to find that camp, and we're going to kill all within. Why? Because we can. Where the fuck was that camp, anyway? It was in a this-way direction, so we're going to go in a this-way direction. But Predator 2 was boring. Predators was actually... I'm not going to say fun, because that implies that the movie was just, you know, a stupid film. I thought Predator was actually a fairly well-written movie, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. It was a Predator film. I mean, what else was it supposed to be? And I thought the characters were decent enough. They were more memorable, at least, you know? Although they did kind of... They did what a lot of movies do, and they just, you know, they boiled them down to stereotypes, you know? Like, the main hero is like this dark and troubled mercenary type, you know, and you got... But you know what? Tropes work for a reason. Let me put it that way. Sometimes tropes are like that for a reason. Because, you know what? Seeing the gruff mercenary guy kind of warm up, you know, that was entertaining. You know, but then again, my standards for movies are kind of low, I guess, even though it's not exactly accurate, because I'm the person that that really liked Pacific Rim and thought it was fairly well written, but at the same time, I can also appreciate and really enjoy a film like... I'm pretty sure you guys haven't heard of this one. There's a film called Buried, or Buried, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, was that a sad film. Mainly I was introduced to a higher standard of cinema by Mizio, actually, even though her standards of cinema was just about as low as mine, because she also liked slasher flicks and things of that nature. But, yeah. You know, it was an interesting movie, Buried. Essentially, it was... I feel like I already mentioned this in a video, but I might not have. See, that's a problem when you do videos. You're not really sure if you've done it in a video or just talking to somebody. But you know you've told this story before. Anyway, it's about a guy who gets... the whole movie takes place in a box, as in a coffin. Because this guy gets buried. Buried alive. It's a terrorist kind of thing. And the whole movie is him just trying to contact people to get him out. When Mizio watched it, she told me that she cried a bit when she watched it. When I watched it, I didn't really react emotionally to it, but it did tug at the proverbial heartstrings a bit. Who's shooting at me and from where? Because, like, it is a very claustrophobic film, and you can feel, you know, sort of the claustrophobia of being stuck in a box. You know, running out of air and shit like that. It's pretty fucking scary. Because, I'll tell you this, that actually is kind of a fear of mine. Not like, you'll end my miserable life, will you? Well, you're dead, so unless you're going to come back as a zombie. That's actually kind of a slight fear of mine. Even though I don't really have to worry about it, but being buried alive, I mean, stuck in a box where you can't move, you can't breathe, and all you can do is sit there and wait to die. I'm pretty sure I just freaked out a bunch of you guys, because I know just saying that kind of freaks me out, because damn, son, damn. And then there's another film that I really was able to appreciate. It was more of an art film of some description. I never could really remember the title, but I finally did remember it just now. Melancholia. Now, there's some theories about as to what actually happened in the film itself, because it's not really clear. At one point, you could say the events in that film actually did happen. Oh, we'll kill some spiders, why not? Let's save. The events in the film actually did happen, or it was somebody just sort of having a bad dream. In the film, there's a planet called Melancholia, and somehow it's gonna fly close to Earth. And they're not really sure. It should be a spectacular flyby, but you can guess where this is going. The planet, you know, they find out it's gonna eventually crash into Earth. And, like, it just follows people having to deal with that. It's a very depressing movie. Very, very depressing. But it's a very... I wouldn't say entertaining is the right word. It's a movie that's very engrossing. You get engrossed into it. quite despite yourself if you aren't into that sort of thing. Hey, vampire. Must have been one of those 13th generation vampires. Alright, and of course it had to goddamn minimize. I don't even know how to fix that, to be perfectly honest. It's annoying to say the least. But Melancholia, ladies and gentlemen. A very depressing movie, but very engrossing. And then, of course, there's another film. There's two other... There's another, when I was more involved with Mizia than I am now, I got introduced to a wide variety of films I never would have watched under more normal circumstances. Case in point, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's another good one. It's another dramatic film, of course, but it has Jim Carrey in it, actually, which is interesting enough because he doesn't play the usual character. He plays a more down-to-earth character, really. And I think his performance in that is probably the best performance he's ever given in any film. You know, because I don't really like his comedic work all that much, but I really liked Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's one that can really also tug at the proverbial heartstrings, you know. And then, of course, one of my favorite movies isn't even an action film. I'd say it's like my second favorite movie of all time, and that, of course, is goddamn, I almost forgot it now. What the hell is it now? And I have it on Blu-ray, and I used to give it a watch on a regular basis. Ah, that's what it is. Just remembered. Moonrise Kingdom. I think I'm being attacked, but not doing much damage. Moonrise Kingdom. That's a Wes Anderson film, and he's apparently a prolific film director, but since he mainly does dramatic films, I don't really know him all that well. Because, you know, I don't really... Unless somebody tells me about it, I don't really get into dramas altogether that much. Or tragedies or anything like that, because I find tragedies highly annoying. Cause it's like, tragedies are usually where somebody ends up dead or emotionally dead, and that's never good. Oh yeah, that's a great Christmas sentiment there. But anyway, Moonrise Kingdom, though, is a very... very well-made film. I liked it mainly because I sort of saw a great deal of myself in the main character. Oh yeah, and also a great deal of Mizio in the secondary main character as well. Very good film. Recommend giving that a watch. It has Bill Murray in a great cameo, actually. And the two child actors are really quite good. They actually can, well, act, which is surprising at times. But it's a film that I think not a lot of people have heard of, not a lot of people have seen, but definitely worth giving a watch, to say the least. Oh yeah, and also, we're going to go into one more cave, and actually you might just finish this cave and then finish the episode, but I saw a comment that I rather liked the other day, or, well, no, it was today. Well, I say the other day, this is going up like later in the week, because there's more backlog episodes, but somebody mentioning that I'm like the only American that could say the word bloody, and I appreciate that, actually. It was actually my grandfather who is who I got that from, actually, because he says that all the time. And what's interesting is, you know, he is as Texan as you can get most of the time, because he has that West Texas accent and all that. But like me, or I guess like him, I use a bunch of words that aren't even really American. For example, instead of saying gasoline or something like that, he'll say petrol. Well, he doesn't exactly say it that way. He pronounces it in his... Like with him, you know, I pronounce things my own way, he pronounces things his own way. Case in point, petrol. He pronounces it petro. So yeah, I kind of get my strange mixture of words from him, and also my strange pronunciations of things. At least I don't say winder. Okay? At least I don't say that. Because I could be going all, oh yeah, we gotta open that window. There's other words, but I can't remember. Giant frostbite spider. Just shoot him. Oh, and he's already dead. They died of heart attacks, I can only imagine. Or probably just splash damage. But yeah, I get a lot of that from my grandfather more than anything else. He's the one. If you want to blame anybody, blame him. Because that's why I have my weird mixture of of basic American English and other English, because that's it. And like, there was a time when I used to like call a car a machine, because that's what my grandfather called it, until he kind of stopped for some reason. I'm not even really sure why. He used to call a car a machine. There's some other words too, but I can't remember what they are at the moment. But I just get a weird lexicon. Like, if there's a word that I like, even if it doesn't make any sense for me to use it, I'll use it. Like, Bože moi, which is Russian for oh god or my god or something. I forget exactly what it is right now. I got that from a novel, actually, that had some Russian characters. And I was like, you know what? I like the word, so I'm going to use it. I'm weird like that. I'll just pick up random words here and there that if I like the way they sound, or if I just want to use a different word from the norm, that's what I'll do. And I'm not going to kill these giants, even though a legit Yacht Joe would. But I mean, they're just peaceful giants. No need to hassle them. Even though they're trying to attack, but well, I can outrun them. Hey, wolves. You shall die. Come on, just go away, giants. I walked past you. I didn't fucking kill your mammoth and then eat his face. Oh, he's killing a wolf. Okay. Like, seriously, even though you may be 15 foot tall, I'm 8 foot tall, armed with a highly technically advanced spear, and a plasma cannon on my shoulder. Always liked the design of that shoulder cannon. Awesome. Although we're technically not using a shoulder cannon, we're using shoulder artillery. We have a fucking mortar mounted on us. This is actually kind of funny because, going back to my grandfather, that's actually what he was in the military, was a mortar man, which is why he had very bad hearing later in life. Is there anybody here? Did I already kill everybody here? But I just discovered it, so I couldn't. And dead. But he was actually on our side. It was a necromancer. Destroy all Oh, it's an ice mage. But whatever. Zombie vampire bandits. I've been frozen, electrocuted, sometimes frozen, electrocuted, and set on fire. It's a reference to a video, or technically it was an animation of set from like the perspective of like the player character in Skyrim, talking to one of the guards. It says, "I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee." It's like, I've been shot with hundreds of arrows. Electrocuted, set on fire, frozen, sometimes all three. Wizard, vampire, bandits. Not like they're actually good at anything, because, well, I'm the Predator. 8 foot tall, of awesome. Whiterun Guard? Why is there a Whiterun Guard here? Blast. What are you doing here? Hey, he is an adventurer like me, and he hasn't taken an arrow to the knee then. But I guess I better save him, because he really isn't an adventurer like me, because, well... Did he die? Yeah, he died. But you know what? He did not take an arrow to the knee. Rather, he took a frost shard to the body. Nasty way to go! Hey, there's the Amulet of Telos. Although, I had, at one time, an Amulet of Telos. As you guys probably saw in one of my videos. I like mine better because it doesn't look quite that lame. Which means it's not an Amulet of Telos, right? Well, it's sort of a modified form of it. But I liked it. Love to still have that thing. But alas, that is not to be. Okay. So I think I've prattled on enough now. And so we're going to kill everything within here. Because, you know, that Whiterun Guard, you know, he did such a great job there. I mean, you could tell he was an adventurer like me. But, you know, maybe he should have just taken that arrow to the knee and took that cush job guarding that, because, well, now he's dead. Probably wishes he had. Okay, so we are going to continue. We're going to clear out this little castle here. It's not a castle, this little fort here. And we will be done for the day. Glad I got back to these, though, because I do rather like just prattling on about whatever random shite comes to mind. Actually, let's check the map. Does it say I cleared it all? Good, I did not. Okay, so that part of it is empty, so realistically, yeah, we gotta go to the prison. Oh dear. What? Methinks this might not exactly be altogether constitutional. Okay, now I could go melee, but instead I'm just gonna shoot him. Because you know what? When I get frozen, set on fire, and electrocuted, sometimes I'd rather just shoot the lot of them. Bigger prints? No. These aren't skill books. I should probably have memorized all the skill books, but I didn't. Because I are an idiot. Well, not really. It's just my brain has more than enough information in it that it doesn't need to memorize the skill books from Skyrim. Invisibility potion. Not that I need that because I have tech that'll let me do that. Alright, so yeah, it did it again. We get to shoot these same two guys again. Wow, she just died. Once again, probably from a heart attack. Shouldn't have had so many cheeseburgers, Apprentice Storm Mage. You know, just because you have magic to make the fat go away doesn't mean you're not going to get cholesterol in your heart. What is that? It's a saw. Hey, it's a seesaw. Ha 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 ha. Oh, whatever. Da 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 da. Wow. And I think everything in here is already dead. Anybody in the prison? No. Nobody in here. Can't do a big damn hero's rescue. It'll fine be that way. You know, I'd love to figure out why my mouse keeps clicking things behind the game. I don't know why, but it's annoying. Maybe in the next episode it won't do that. I'd do anything to play, but I won't do that. Okay, now before we close out the episode, we have to, of course, end with a triumphant pose. And how are we going to do that? We're going to climb to the tallest tower, or tallest tower that's nearby, and, of course, strike a pose. And so, okay, that looks pretty cool. And so, this is General Attendacion Day, signing off yet again.